These are two of the biggest personalities in modern chess. Today we're seeing what happened when I paired the two chess.com bots against each other. Levy Rosman versus Hikaru Nakamura. I gave Levy the white pieces because he's the lower rated opponent. I believe 2300. So we got an Italian game. We got a Gioco Pianissimo, I believe. The Italian four knights canal variation. So this was all very normal, getting out the opening. Levy and Hikaru just blitzing out some theory. And then this is the first punch that was thrown, guys. Hikaru goes after Levy's bishop here. Bang. And now most of us, I believe, would slide back. You know, they take, we take. We lose the bishop pair, but we get an open rook as compensation. And maybe we've got some activity down the A file. Levy instead tries to hold on to the bishop here, placing it in the center. Of course, knight can't capture because of the pin. And Hikaru very naturally kicks the bishop out the center. Now, at this point, my jaw dropped to the floor. Levy castles, giving away the bishop for some sort of big attack. So bishop getting the pawn out of it, though, and having a lot of pressure here on the queen, and potentially taking, damaging the structure. The king might be exposed if castles kingside. So Hikaru at this point is up material, so starts to bring his pieces back to the center. The knight no longer doing anything on the edge of the board. Levy now needs to create some threats, and this move I was a bit like, all Levy's chances here is down material. He needs to keep pieces on the board. All Levy's chances are in this pressure here, and admittedly, yeah, it does damage the structure, and the king is open now, but a lot of Levy's pressure is now gone. And now Levy pivoting the knight round. Of course, going after this dark square bishop a little bit. Hikaru just pushing his A pawn to prevent the expansion on the queen side with these pawns. Now Levy pivots his knight back into the center, but Hikaru now has the choice of just taking another piece off the board. And of course, does so. He's up material, why shouldn't he? And then, Levy recaptures, and yeah, he's got some open lines, but can Levy get anything out of this situation? So now this pawn is loose, but Hikaru is actually turning this open file to his advantage, maybe hinting at a future attack on Levy's king. So again, I didn't like this move, and neither does the engine. Like Levy, I mean Levy in real life probably wouldn't play like this, but the Levy bot decides to trade off material when he's losing, and of course now Levy grabbed this pawn. I think better is to push this pawn, hit the knight, then grab the pawn. Because if takes, then queen can take, as we see happens. There's an in-between move hitting the queen. And then Levy throws in this counter-attacking move. Levy's queen is hit and hits Hikaru's queen in between. But it's not that great because Hikaru just literally takes the pawn. And then Levy slides back. And now, interesting move this, guys. Just getting the king out of the alignment issue is pretty instructive for you all if you're unsure what to do, and then maybe we can bring a rook and start expanding here. It's often a plan we follow. So Levy sort of running out of ideas, starts to push this pawn up the board. I guess queen and rook are synergizing on this square, but knight does cover. And now we see that Levy has opened up Hikaru's king, but it's not good. As the defender, you've got to try and put some pieces in front of your king, like Hikaru has done beautifully here with this rook. And these pieces sort of replace the pawns, and Hikaru's king is actually very safe. And it's in fact going to be Levy that's going to get attacked down this open file. And this move is sort of horrible, to be honest. Like queen takes, giving Levy double isolated pawns, and more importantly, just building on what I was saying, plays on the fact that Hikaru is going to line his rooks up on this open file and crush white down this G file. Especially now the knight is pivoting to this square to add pressure to G1, and it's looking a little bit sad for Levy, guys. I'm sorry to say. I was supporting Levy. I'm always supporting the underdog, and at this point, there's this beautiful mating idea. So if you count the material, here takes, here takes, here, and king takes knight. There's nothing on this G1 square, but in fact it's this move here. Say if Levy plays a slow move, there is this, and it is just I believe it's just unstoppable mate in 1 on this square here. Someone in the comments, let me know the name of this mate. What is it called? And also let me know in the comments, how many subscribers is it till I hit 1,000? I'm gonna get some whiskey shots on this channel. You don't want to miss it, guys. I'm a lightweight. It's gonna get hectic. Maybe some bullet chess with some whiskey shots. So that was the threat. And at this point, Gotham just starts to give up all his material. You know, if this now Gotham can take. So yeah, just giving up all the material he can to try and postpone mate, as the bots are prone to do. But we get a beautiful mate in the corner. Someone let me know what this is called. And yeah, hope you enjoyed seeing what happened when I placed Levy and Hikaru bots against each other. These chess.com bots are funny creatures, but hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you did. Cheers, see you next time.